Workout? Gym? Diet? Nah, I'd rather stay at home and watch Netflix while eating a bag of chips. Who among here feels the same way? Well, I can't help but agree, as working out and maintaining a healthy diet can be challenging, especially if you're just getting started. While it is important to take care of our bodies, some people see it as more of a burden than a necessity. Most people feel like working out and following a healthy diet are suffocating because of too many restrictions and demands. The society we live in instills in us that a healthy lifestyle means spending hours in the gym for most days in a week and restricting yourself to eating nothing but fruits, vegetables, and meats here and there. Thus, this stereotype demotivates a lot of people to adopt a healthy lifestyle. What if I tell you that living a healthy lifestyle isn't all about that? That you could also indulge in your favorite foods and satisfy your cravings once in a while? Well,
if you smell what the Rock is cooking.
If you've ever smelled what The Rock is cooking, I got some good news for you. Because despite his Olympic physique, The Rock's diet may surprise you, as he too indulges in unhealthy foods once in a while. In this video, we'll show you exactly how the Great One does it, and more importantly, does having a cheat day actually work? Hi everyone, welcome to Food Mystic. Today, I'm going to talk about cheat meal days and exactly how it works, and maybe you'll incorporate it into your diet plan as well. Plus, we'll explore The Rock's diet and know exactly how he does it, because if it can work for him, it can work for you too. Now, if you find this video interesting, please go ahead and smash the like button, and more importantly, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Without further ado, let's get started. It seems like going on a diet has always been a part of each person's New Year's resolution, and unfortunately, it often ends up in failure to do so. If you ask me why, I only have one word in mind, and that is the dreaded calories. While it is true that our caloric intake affects our weight, obsessing over calories isn't really the right way to actually losing and keeping the weight off. There's a myth that having only 1,200 calories a day will make you lose weight. Hence, people would only eat anything that fits the so-called ideal caloric intake. They tend to turn to low-calorie foods such as low-fat yogurt, cereals, fitness bars, and skim milk, thinking that eating anything would be okay as long as it would not exceed 1,200 calories. These kinds of diets are unhealthy and unsustainable, as the nutrients our body needs to function and maintain overall health are not consistently met. In other words, 1,200 calories a day is difficult to meet when you need protein, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water, to name a few. Having only an apple, boiled egg, and water on your meals the entire day is one of the most common things I see on the internet. And unfortunately, a lot of people think this is okay. Here's a newsflash, fellas. Eating only low-calorie foods doesn't automatically make you healthy. If you're going to deprive your body of other nutrients, then you're just wasting your time. These types of diets are unsustainable long-term, as it slows down your metabolism and affects your satiety or hunger levels and hormones. I mean, who could possibly be full just by having an oatmeal? You'll tend to feel hungrier afterwards and end up eating more food as a result. You'll just end up gaining all the weight back later on plus more. Of course, we don't want that, right? Therefore, I know you'll love this method that even Dwayne Johnson follows, and many fitness buffs also support, and that's having a cheat day. Before we get into the cheat days, let's talk about Hollywood's macho darling, The Rock. For anyone who doesn't know Dwayne, he's a popular actor who's mostly seen opening a can of whoop-ass against the bad guy. Some of the iconic films he starred in are Jumanji, Scorpion King, Baywatch, San Andreas, and of course the critically acclaimed Fast and Furious saga. But did you know that before we saw him jumping from a crane almost 2,000 feet high, The Rock did try his hand at football early in life. His football career started when he was in high school at Freedom High in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Eventually, he got accepted at the University of Miami and was even granted a full-ride scholarship to play at the U. He played for Miami from 1991 to 1995, appearing in 39 games, with a record of 77 tackles and 4.25 sacks. Just like any other football player in college, The Rock also had dreams of joining the National Football League. However, that dream of his was dashed when he injured his shoulder that paved the way for someone else to take his place as a defensive end. This resulted in The Rock missing his chance in the NFL and went undrafted. A year later, he decided to follow the footsteps of his father, Peter "Rocky" Maivia, who was a professional wrestler. He made his World Wrestling Federation (WWF) debut in 1996 as Rocky Maivia, a name in honor of his father and grandfather. When he became a heel, a term for a bad guy in the wrestling world, he switched to the nickname The Rock, which obviously became a hit and helped make him one of the biggest names in the wrestling industry. True to his name, The Rock was a 10-time world champion, 2-time intercontinental champion, 5-time tag team champion, the 2000 Royal Rumble winner, and WWE's 6th Triple Crown champion, making him a juggernaut in the wrestling world. His first lead role was in the movie The Scorpion King in 2002. He left WWE in 2004 to pursue acting full-time, but he returned as a part-time performer until 2013, making occasional appearances until his retirement in 2019. That pretty much explains his rise to stardom. Since he was a former professional wrestler, he surely underwent serious training and workouts plus very restrictive diets. However, over time as his roles changed, so did his diet regimen. It's safe to say that a fitness tip from The Rock is as reliable as anyone's. Aside from giving his 110% on the gym and adhering to a very strict diet, he also believes in indulging occasionally, which he calls his cheat meals. Cheat meals are scheduled meals that contain foods that aren't on your current diet plan, or are considered indulgent. Meanwhile, a cheat day is a day where you allow yourself to consume any food you want. And The Rock is just like any of us. He enjoys desserts and carbs too. To maintain his strong physique, he sticks to a very strict diet for 6 days a week. Since he needs energy to sustain his workouts and continue to build significant mass, he eats over 5,000 calories, twice the number of calories recommended for most men his age. According to his Instagram and online interviews, The Rock eats 5 to 7 high-protein meals on an average day, with cod, chicken, steak, eggs, and protein powder as his primary sources of protein. He also eats rice, sweet potato, oatmeal, and baked potatoes for complex carbohydrates. He also includes healthy fats on his diet, which he gets from peanut butter, eggs, coconut oil, and fish oil supplements. And finally, a cup of vegetables to provide him with a good amount of fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. When it comes to his workouts, it always begins with 30 to 60 minutes of cardio followed by his first meal, which he calls the power breakfast. Then he spends around 90 minutes doing strength training, and each day he targets a specific body part. He starts with chest and upper body, legs the next day, then back and traps, shoulders and upper body on the 4th day, legs again, and finally arms and abs. On the 7th day he rests and only does minimal physical activity. This is also what he calls his cheat day, where he usually has his cheat meals. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. This is the motto The Rock lives by, thus he believes that his cheat days must be as extreme as possible, since he earned it. Believe me when I say that The Rock has a plethora of drool-inducing meals that he treats himself to once a week. These involve various food combinations such as 12 pancakes with peanut butter and syrup, 3 to 4 double dough pizzas, a box of donuts, sushi, pasta, bagels, 2 Big Daddy burgers, French fries, and plenty of desserts. The Rock surely knows his carbs and desserts. His cheat meals are as legendary as he is. In August 2022, the unthinkable happened. The Rock tried the infamous In-N-Out burger for the first time ever. It's crazy how he never had one in his 5 decades of existence. It was truly a legendary moment for his #Cheat Meal Sunday series. He paired it with French fries, which he really liked, and Terramana tequila. His verdict? Well, he says that he will now add In-N-Out to the list. If you're still doubting if you deserve a cheat meal, this is your sign to go for it. Rewarding ourselves with cheat meals gives us an opportunity to take a break from strict eating. Plus, this actually helps us in exerting extra efforts in working out and dieting, as we know our hard work will be rewarded by the end of the week. The best part is it's not just a moment of indulgence, there are also multiple benefits we can gain from it. First of all, a weekly cheat meal has been proven to boost your metabolism and dodge any feelings of deprivation, helping you adhere to your diet plan. This happens by increasing levels of leptin. Leptin is the hormone that helps inhibit hunger and regulate energy balance, so that your body doesn't trigger a hunger response when it doesn't need energy. Throwing a cheat meal tricks your system into thinking food is plentiful, and that it's okay to burn through fat stores. Cheat meals also help in resetting hormones responsible for metabolism and insulin regulation, replenishing glycogen for increased energy, and keeping calories and fat burning. Most importantly, cheat meals give us a mental break and psychological relief. Constantly resisting your cravings to not ruin your diet can be draining, which often leads to more undesirable results. When we allow ourselves to give in on our cravings, we're able to relax, stop thinking about calories, and simply enjoy our food. There's no doubt it's a challenge at first, but once you train your body and mind that being restrictive in your exercise and diet for 6 days and splurging on the 7th day works not only for The Rock, but it works for other celebrities such as Heidi Klum, Michael Strahan, Katy Perry, Sofia Vergara, and Chris Pratt. If someone as health and fitness conscious like The Rock could have cheat meals and a cheat day, why couldn't we? It's time we finally break the stereotype of living a healthy lifestyle that's been bombarded to us, which if you think about it, hasn't really worked. Obesity's at an all-time high, so a regular healthy diet and working out daily hasn't really been a sound solution. However, cheat days might just be the cheat code that keeps people engaged and motivated to continue their exercise regimen. According to an article by Inc.com, 41% of Americans who make New Year's resolutions, only 9% were successful in keeping them. But fear not, a healthy lifestyle isn't boring. It could be sweet and motivating too, especially if you recognize your own hard work and reward yourself from it. The most important first step is to get out of the couch and move around. Then develop a system where you're mostly keeping up with your diet and exercise, but set a time or a day to splurge, because eating your favorite food is part of life as well. What about you? Would you reward yourself with a cheat meal? If so, what food would it be? We'd love to know that in the comments below. Be sure to turn on all notifications by hitting that bell icon, and you're surely to get more interesting contents like this. This is Food Mystic, your #1 source of interesting food chronicles. Until next time.